Welcome, hunters. This orientation seminar is one in a series required by all field researchers to attend before their deployment. Your eagerness to begin your hunt is appreciated, but as always in our line of work, patience is a virtue. No expedition can be carried out before you have familiarized yourself with the Hunters Hope Club's strict guidelines for field conduct. First and foremost, every hunter must understand the tools provided to them, their applications, and their significance. As field researchers, your most valuable assets are your observation skills. It is for these skills that you have been meticulously selected to serve our organization. To record your observations in the field, each of you have been issued your own Lexi Innominatus. From this moment forward, your Lexi is your most valuable possession. Guard it with your life, for the safety of all humankind hinges on its anonymity. Within your Lexi, you will document your findings in the field. Weekly reports will be expected from each of you, and your research will be cross-referenced against your peers. Once the HHC is satisfied that the information you have gathered is sufficient and authentic, it will be recorded in the Master Lexi Innominatus. You will report to Head Researcher Oliver Calrain, the keeper of the Master Lexi. This data on enigmorphs and their impact on our world is crucial in the ongoing fight to protect humanity from whatever threat these creatures may pose to us. Take this time to familiarize yourself with your Lexi. You may notice that a few of your pages have already been filled out. These enigmorphs are already well documented, and we will use these as examples for how each page of your Lexi should be annotated. Here, an illustration of the enigmorph, in as much detail as you can include, shall be displayed. HHC field researchers are selected for their life-drawing abilities, but capturing the essence of an enigmorph in visual form is no easy feat, even for the most skilled of artists. You must use whatever skills, tools, and cunning you have at your disposal to create an informative image that can be referenced by your peers. Remember, the key to capturing an enigmorph lies in understanding. Your illustrations of these creatures are crucial to our organization and its success. Here you will denote the given name of the enigmorph. Naming enigmorphs is an honor most commonly bestowed to the head researcher, but until a permanent designation is assigned to a newly discovered species, you may name your discoveries as you see fit. Below the name, a brief description of the enigmorph, your observations of the creature, and any other information you have gleaned from your investigations should be inscribed. Be thorough, but succinct. A more involved dissertation on the enigmorph will be logged in the Master Lexi Innominatus by the head researcher once enough data on the species has been uncovered. Below this, record visuals of any variants of the enigmorph that you have encountered. To date, it has been proven that all nascent, harbinger, and apex enigmorphs can be found in at least 3 different cosmetic varieties. Some of these are much rarer than others, so it is not essential for each of you to record all 3. For this, an open exchange of information between field researchers must be conducted in order to maximize our available data. Never withhold information from your fellow hunters. It is only together that progress can be achieved. Here you will find a typed header on a separate sheet adhered to the page. This is where any notable abilities you observe must be documented. Enigmorphs are a mystery, but we can work with them to further our own knowledge. Many enigmorphs can provide a host of assets for hunters, including assisting in travel, personal defense, on-site medical attention, and much more. If you are able to successfully win the favor of an enigmorph in the field, it will undoubtedly assist you in your work in ways our technology could not. It is important that our other hunters are aware of which enigmorphs can provide them the most help in their day-to-day endeavors, so be sure to record whatever useful skills you observe in these subjects. At the bottom of this sheet, a typed footer with space to include the height and weight of the enigmorph. These sizes will vary from subject to subject, but a rough estimation will suffice. Below this, a corruption cycle wheel and space to mark what stage of the enigmorph's corruption cycle this particular subject represents. Some enigmorphs can corrupt into up to 3 different forms: nascent, harbinger, and apex. Each form of these enigmorph cycles provides its own unique benefits. None should be considered objectively more or less valuable. Here you will also describe the categorization of the enigmorphs. Not including the 2 types of primes, there are 15 different types that all enigmorphs fall under. Some enigmorphs can be classified as more than one type, but in any case, use the set of multicolored stamps provided to mark what you have decided to be the most appropriate type. The attributes that describe enigmorphs of each of the 15 types will be discussed in greater detail in a subsequent orientation seminar. Finally, you will notice a blank spot on the page. This small area can be used for miscellaneous sketches, photographs, or any other pieces of information you think will further our understanding of whatever enigmorph you are describing. It goes without saying, but the subject of our research is quite difficult to understand. Different field researchers will have drastically varying experiences with each enigmorph, and it's important for us to have a personal report from each of you in order to glean the full picture. We have reached the halfway point of this seminar. We will take a brief recess so that you may all stretch your legs and refocus your minds. Do not stray far from the premises of the HHC headquarters. I expect you all back in no more than 1 minute and 36 seconds.
Hey guys, Jack here. I know you don't have a lot of time before you have to get back to your seminar, but I just wanted to make sure that before your introduction to the enigmorphs that are described in your Lexi, you know where you can find all of the archived images of each species. I'll be uploading all of these enigmorphs to my Unvale portfolio for you guys to reference. What's Unvale, you wonder? Well, Unvale is the sponsor of today's video and an amazing site for creatives to share their work and immerse themselves in a community of like-minded peers. Unvale is anti-AI art and never NFT, with the goal of inspiring and motivating creatives to continue on their journey and build their character and story portfolios. If you're tired of social media platforms like Instagram and Twitter that make it difficult for illustrators to share their work, I highly recommend hopping over to Unvale and creating a portfolio. Here, you can easily find other artists and they can find you. Unvale has all sorts of amazing tools to help artists like me and you showcase their work and fun ways to interact with the community. Their new Question of the Day feature gives users a fun prompt to discuss right on the homepage. Let's see, what is my go-to character when creating? Right now it's gotta be Bonnie. Oh, that reminds me, I have some updates that I need to make to Bonnie's character profile here on Unvale. Unvale also has a cool new feature that allows me to add a Spotify link to my character's bio. This is a great way to share your original music or to score your characters with work by artists who you like. This song always makes me think of Bonnie, so I'll attach it to their description to give people a little bit more dimension for the character. Like I said before, all of the pages of the Lexi and Nominatus can be found on my Unvale page under the new world category I created of the same name. You can search by tag, creator name, creation name, or world name to find me using Unvale's Explore page, and check out some of the other talented artists on this platform while you're there as well. Unvale is 100% free to use, and it's available right now. There's no code, there's no discount, just free. If you're an artist and you're eager to share your work with the world, create an Unvale account today and start connecting with other artists just like you. Thank you to Unvale for sponsoring this video. Be sure to keep an eye out for new additions to the Lexi and Nominatus in coming months. And now, I'll let you get back to your seminar. You don't want to keep that proctor guy waiting.
You're late. We expect punctuality and reliability from our hunters here at the HHC. No more dawdling. Let's get back to it. To conclude this seminar, we will peruse the other pages of your Lexi to reinforce your understanding of the log and its contents. This first example was of Borabark, a nascent enigmorph of the flora typing. Not quite plant, not quite animal, not quite dead, not quite alive. The designation Borabark refers to the sentient plant growing from the ashes of a cremated human. Borabark will only ever grow in soil consisting of decomposed human remains. It is theorized that their individual behaviors vary depending on the person the enigmorph is growing out of. One theory is that some fragmented memories of the deceased human are retained by Borabark. Notable abilities include emitting an overwhelming odor strong enough to incapacitate an adult human, extendable roots that can trip, tie, and grip, and corrupted soil with medicinal properties. The nascent Borabark can corrupt into Abborent, a harbinger enigmorph of the flora and dark type. Much less keen on remaining discreet than other enigmorphs, Abborent have a tendency to attack lone humans who stray too far from civilization. They live in forests, seemingly sustaining themselves on nutrients from soil. Nonetheless, they are the causes of numerous human casualties. There is another side to Abborent, only one observed by a handful of field researchers. They have been documented treating the injuries of animals that share their forest homes. Notable abilities include disproportionate strength, a blood-curdling screech that can disarm foes, extendable root-like arms, and potent healing capabilities. Abborent can corrupt into the apex form of its cycle, Bellebora, a flora and daemon type enigmorph. Do not be deceived by its humanoid appearance. Bellebora are incredibly powerful and unpredictable enigmorphs with a track record of spontaneous violence. Fortunately, they seem to prefer avoiding human contact. They dwell in remote forests where they will have a curious effect on the surrounding wildlife. They seem to induce promiscuity in both animals and plants, causing forests inhabited by Bellebora to be remarkably full of life. This effect extends to humans. Plan accordingly when traveling with expedition parties. Notable abilities include immense strength, altering the body chemistry of nearby plants and animals, thick, extendable roots that can crush steel, and potent healing capabilities. Like all apex enigmorphs, a capable hunter can induce a reverse corruption that will cause Bellebora to revert back to its nascent form, starting the cycle over again. This advanced hunter skill will be explained further in another orientation seminar. On the next page, you'll find an entry on Lucernamaris, an example of a stable enigmorph. Stable enigmorphs are, as far as the HHC is aware, unable to corrupt into any other form. Lucernamaris is an aquatic and light-type enigmorph. Its name means lantern of the sea, so named for the exceptionally bright light it emits from the organs on its head. Lucernamaris often attracts the attention of even the least observant humans. Living deep beneath the waves, the eerie lights that can be seen from the surface vanish from sight before anyone can investigate further. Some daring field researchers have utilized these enigmorphs to traverse large bodies of water. Caution must be exercised. Their stinging tendrils can inflict lasting neurological and physical damage. Notable abilities include being large enough to carry adult humans, the tops don't sting you, providing strong light in dark places, and stinging tendrils that can incapacitate large enemies. On the next page, we have documented the nascent form of a 3-stage corruption cycle, Waxling. It is a fire and light type enigmorph. These small, inconspicuous enigmorphs easily evade the attention of most humans. Their presence can be dismissed as light flares, fireflies, or simply candles. The intentions of Waxling are hard to gauge. Their most commonly observed behavioral patterns include hovering a few feet off the ground, bobbing up and down like a squid in water. Some field researchers claim that Waxling can express emotion through changing the shape of the flame they emit. No concrete evidence has been documented to prove this. Notable abilities include providing limited lighting, creating versatile wax that can be molded into almost anything and hold its shape, and emitting a calming fragrance that can mitigate hostility. Waxling can corrupt into Carrapatch, a harbinger enigmorph of the flora and light type. Hiding in plain sight, Carrapatch gather in large groups and seem to socialize with one another. Their gourd-like exoskeleton is actually vegetable matter, leading researchers to conclude that the actual enigmorphs live within, using the pumpkin as a shell. Enigmorphs often take the shape of aquatic organisms, but Carrapatch are entirely terrestrial. In fact, if the flame on their head ever extinguishes, they go dormant until it is relit. They avoid human interaction as often as possible, dimming their lights and remaining motionless whenever they detect movement. Notable abilities include providing limited lighting, primitive communication skills, and superb stealthiness. Finally, Carrapatch can corrupt into the apex form of its cycle, Parrafeign. This enigmorph is a fey and light type. Parrafeign is not only humanoid in appearance, but they behave as if they were humans as well. Not a perfect recreation, more like mimicry of behaviors, movement, and even sounds that they have observed humans doing. It would seem that this mimicry is a survival tactic, hiding in plain sight. Most humans cannot discern the true nature of these enigmorphs due to the incense that Parrafeign emits from the flame on their heads. The wax that makes up their true body can change and hold its shape. Notable abilities include shape-shifting wax that can take on almost any form, neurotoxins in incense that can alter humans' perceptions of reality, and convincing human mimicry, even limited vocalization. With this, we have concluded your introduction to the Lexi Innominatus, an encyclopedia of impossible creatures. The future of the Hunter's Hope Club, and all of humanity, rests on your ability to fill these pages with information about the enigmorphs. The HHC does not recruit members that it deems inadequate, but your initiation into our organization is not complete. Prove you are worthy of a position with the HHC by filling your Lexi with as much information as possible. Your first reports will be due at the end of the week. Thank you for attending this mandatory seminar. If you have any further questions, and I sincerely hope you do, write them down below in your notebooks. I will address your curiosity as soon as I can.
Hi guys, Jack here. I hope you enjoyed this newest expansion to the world of Apocryphal and the Enigmorph project. If this is your first video, well, to be honest, I'm surprised you made it this far without getting so confused that you lost interest. Bravo, and thank you for sticking with it. For more information on the Enigmorph project, please check out the other videos in the series. My Enigmorph videos going forward will kind of be like this, in this format, opening with an in-universe presentation and a brief conclusion at the end where I can talk to you about my process. These Lexi Innominatus pages will be available for reference to all of you on my Unvale page. Thank you to Unvale for sponsoring this video, and be sure to keep an eye out for new additions to the Lexi Innominatus in coming months. I have loads of new ideas for more Enigmorph content, from creature designs to human characters and possible mechanics for when and if this ever becomes an actual game. I'll be sure to post more updates as I form more cohesive thoughts, but until then, be sure to leave all of your thoughts and feedbacks in the comments for me to read. You guys have actually come up with some of my favorite ideas for this project, and it really feels like a collaboration at this point. I love being able to bounce ideas off of the fans, and working as a team is the best way to create something truly unique. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. A big thank you to our Patreon supporters and channel members. The latest Patreon and members exclusive video is live, and the poll for the next video is up, so be sure to vote on that to decide next month's video. Enjoy the upcoming holiday season, and we'll see you all in the next video.